Hey everyone, welcome back to the Art of the Tour, Part 2, the personalized tour. Last week's training, we talked about the pre-tour call script and vetting out every prospect before they come to the tour, because you only want your ideal clients in front of you so you can book more weddings. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's training. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so the art of the personal tour. In this video, we're going to learn how to design a personalized tour, how to highlight the client's must-haves, and how to highlight your specialties that make your venue different, and how to prevent ghosting after the tour. So, as a venue owner for the past 15 years, one of the biggest challenges that I find we venue owners face today is couples that no-show for tours, and then those that actually do show up for the tour ghost us after the tour. So, the best way to avoid the ghosters is to first and foremost vet every prospect before they come for the tour. And then number two, really connect with your ideal client and find out what's important to them. And then number three, personalize every tour based on what is most important to them. Couples today are not just looking for a place to have their wedding, they are looking for the experience of their lifetime. So it's our job to create a sneak peek of what that experience would look like for them at your venue. You only get one shot at this, so shouldn't you get it right? The art of the personalized tour. In this training, you're going to learn how to design a personalized tour for every prospect. Highlight their must-haves, how to highlight your specialties that make your venue different, and how to prevent ghosting after the tour. So, as a venue owner for the past 15 years, one of the biggest challenges that I find we venue owners face is couples that no show for tours, and then those that actually do show up end up ghosting us after the tour. So, the best way to avoid ghosters is to, first and foremost, vet every prospect before they come for the tour. And we talk about this explicitly in the pre-tour call script in last week's video training. So, if you didn't watch that video, go ahead and watch that after this video before you watch next week's video on how to close and follow up on the tour. So, make sure you go check that out because this is really, really important to make sure that we get the right clients in front of us and that they're not ghosting us before the tour or after the tour. So, number three, personalize every tour based on what is most important to them. So, couples today are not just looking for a place to have their wedding, they're looking for the experience of their lifetime. So, it's our job to create a sneak peek of what that experience would look like for them at your venue. So, you only get one shot at this. So, shouldn't you get it right? So, what are couples really looking for? And you'll need to decide the vibe before you touch a single piece of decor. And then stage full tablescapes. Don't just put around piles of decor. You'll want to view your venue as a stage and envision your couples as the main characters. Set the scene so that they can step into their story. If they only saw one room, what feeling would you want them to walk away with? And if they only remembered one moment from the tour, what would it be? And where in the venue does it feel the most magical? And how can I lean into that? Now, let's talk about why a blank venue doesn't sell. Because there's nothing special about a blank space. When a couple walks into a blank room, they have to do a lot of mental work trying to envision what their wedding would look like there. When showing an empty space, you just become a tour guide talking about square footage and maximum guest capacity. Instead, you can say, here's what your wedding day will look like. The power of atmosphere. We want to create those wow moments where they will imagine themselves there. Walking into a softly lit room with warm string lights, sweeping draperies, and beautiful tablescapes with their theme colors and style sets the stage for them to experience the feeling of their very own wedding day. Add thoughtful decor throughout the ceremony site, catering, and bar areas that will unfold their vision right before their eyes. Encourage them to take photos of all the areas of the tablescape so that they can dream about them later. And take a photo of them standing at the ceremony site so that you can send that to them later with your follow up text and email. Now, we want to bring their details into the tour. We want to use what they told us in the pre tour call. Most couples don't walk into your venue with a clear vision of what they want. Accent tables and ceremony decor with their colors, vibe, and style. This helps them to envision how their decor, style, and theme choices match up with your venue. Investing your time into creating their vision and style on the tour will come back to you in more bookings. So let's talk about the tour day and what to do before you head out on the tour. So here's some strategies that work. First, you want to invite them into a relaxing setting. And here's a little tip. Don't sit them across from you at a desk. Bring them into a bridal suite or sit them into a comfortable room where you can offer them refreshments. I like to do a charcuterie board. Couples love this, but you don't have to do anything fancy. Just give them some snacks and refreshments, some drinks, because you might be the third tour that they visited that day and they were rushing over and they didn't have time for lunch and they're hot and they're tired. So bring them in, let them relax and take a breath. Use this time to deepen the connection. Ask them to tell you their story and how they met, etc. Find common ground. Look for things to build rapport. Ask how many tours they have been on or how many they are planning to go to for the day. And which one are you most excited about? And hopefully that one's yours. Bring their own words to the tour. Use what they told you in the pre-tour call. During the tour, mention the things that they told you that were important to them. Then expound on those areas or ideas that would complement their must-haves. This shows them that you listened to what they told you and that you will ensure that the most important aspects of their day are not overlooked. Remember, a personal, thoughtful guided tour is your most powerful sales tool. When couples leave feeling seen, inspired, and genuinely connected to you and your space, you've already set the stage for the guests. So here's some bonus tips for high converting tours. Don't just show and tell. Let them touch linens, see the decor up close, mix and match things, and walk the aisleway. Take photos of them at the ceremony site or sitting at the sweetheart table, allowing them to experience the feeling of their very own wedding day. And then you'll need to take some notes. Jot down any special requests or ideas they mention. This helps you to personalize the follow-up. And how to end the tour and ask for the sale. You'll want to invite them back to the same space you started to review the tour or a similar space. This is where you'll review everything that you went through in the tour. You'll answer any questions and talk through the details. You'll again want to take notes to help you prepare their customized package proposal. And then you'll end the tour with a confidence, knowing that you have shown them that you're the right venue for them. And then you'll want to ask them for their business. If they are ready to book, go ahead and prepare their invoice with their customized package right then and there. Then review the contract with them, every word, and secure the retainer to save the date. Now, if they're not ready to book on the spot, that's okay. It happens more often than not that they will want to go and tour some other venues or talk to mom and dad, bring back the fiance or the bridesmaid if they're interested. So they may not be booking with you 9 times out of 10 right there on the spot. However, we still have to ask them, right? Because it does happen. Sometimes they come, and if you do a really good job and they are the ideal fit, they will book on the spot. So you always want to ask them for their business before they leave. But of course, no pressure. We are simply educating and guiding them to make the best decision for them. So if they don't book before they leave, you'll want to make sure that you schedule a follow-up appointment with them before they leave the tour. Don't just say things like, "Well, let us know," and or, we'll check back with you in a couple of weeks or anything like that. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're giving them a clear path forward and you're strategically following a post-tour process so that you're not getting ghosted and you're staying connected with that prospect. So you'll put the appointment in your calendar in front of them, set a specific day and a specific time of day, and then ask them to put it in their calendar as well. And then let them know you'll be sending them a reminder text for the follow-up call to review their customized package. This process creates a psychological mindset to help them take the call seriously and not just treat it as a casual follow-up call. And then you'll want to send them a text or an email with the photo that you took of them at the ceremony site with a thank you for taking the time to tour with you today. Now, in next week's video training, we're going to be going over the follow-up call, that actual appointment that you've set with them to go over the proposal and why you're not giving them a customized proposal before they leave the venue. And you are, though, going to be sending them off with a some sort of generic pricing packages that you have put together. We have a really nice folder where we have the cardstock paper. We have our packages printed out on those, and we send that with them. It's also nice to send them a little gift, some sort of something, with your logo on it, like some pins. We had note paper or, notepads and pins with our logos on them. Um, and just nice little things. And always we would have a bottle of water with our logo label on it, which was really cool. We could send that off with them. And we always threw a little bit of candy in the bottom of the bag, just, something sweet for them to take with them if they're, running on off to other tours. So, when you do these things, that make the tour experience really special for them, they're going to remember you. And when you're following up with them by sending them those photos and, if it's a couple of days until your appointment to go over the proposal is scheduled, then you can send them wedding planning tips. You can send them inspirational photos with, the colors or the theme in their wedding, and, just let them know you're thinking of them, and ask them if they've had any questions come up since the tour, that maybe you can answer for them. So the key is to stay connected. Make sure that you have a plan before they leave the tour, and this will stop the ghosting, because they are going to be more engaged with you, and you're going to keep the excitement up, and they'll be looking forward to getting your proposal. So make sure that you tune in next week for that video training on the follow-up and closing the sale. Now, I do want to leave you with the Art of the Tour venue staging guide. So this is what it looks like. I'm not going to go through all of these points and tips, but it's basically a checklist so that you can go through and just, gives you some ideas, and um, make sure you're not missing anything or leaving anything out. And then there's a place to write down some tasks and notes, and then another to-do list. So now that we've gone over the personalized tour process script, I'd like to hear from you. Send me an email or DM me in the group. Let me hear from you, because I'd like to know how this strategy has worked for you and if you're comfortable implementing this in your business. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it all up. So I want to thank you all for joining me. Go ahead and get a screenshot of that QR code, get your venue staging guide. There's also a QR code on here for the Wed Ed Academy, the $7 a month club. That gives you full access to the training course library and also 2 group coaching calls per month. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and snap a photo of that as well. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because every time I post a video, you'll get that notification. So I'll see you guys in the next video.